Hello from sunny Malta, it's JP and the team from Radio International, and we have the big pleasure now to speak to one of the contestants of the Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2016, who actually has two songs in the running. And she has been there before the Eurovision Song Contest, almost getting the big trophy back in 2002. It's Ira Losco. Hello Ira, how are you?
Hi, I'm very good, thanks. And you?
Fantastic to be back and to see you again, because we met last time.
Yes, we met when I was presenting with Gianluca.
Exactly, yes.
The final, the Maltese final for 2014, I believe it was.
Indeed, and you got the Malta Music Awards for that year.
Yes,
you
as
got
well.
3, I think.
Yes,
yeah. And
yes.
I was able to
It was a
hold
big
them as
win.
well. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yes.
So what is it that made you come back this year to go back into the competition?
Well, when I co-presented with Gianluca, it was already like an indication that, people kind of were very excited to see me on stage related to Eurovision. So that gave me, the kind of the push to say, okay, maybe this might be the chance to do it. And then I kind of teased the audience a bit the following year by asking them what they thought about whether I should participate or not, what they thought if I would participate. And I had another burst of very, very good comments. And then, with the international recognition of The Fire, which was my latest album, which was it had a very pop sound, I thought, this might be the way to go, I might be actually interested in participating in Malta and seeing what my chances are for representing Malta again. And let's face it, the Eurovision Song Contest has become a very, very, it's a big deal. It's become one of the biggest TV shows around. And it's very credible. And when I saw Laureen participate and take part, I mean, I only had to hear her song to say, this is the winner, and every year it's just become better and better.
Let's go back to 2002.
Yeah.
What are your fond memories from that time?
2002, well, the fond memories were that I went there as a young girl aspiring to do a lot in music, and it did give me a stepping stone, to just keep doing bigger and better things year after year. And my memories from Estonia are very good because the Maltese contingent was very united and we had a very good team. And I think that a good song, a good stage presence, a good artist and good teamwork, and then ultimately those 3 minutes on stage where you sell it to the audience is the key to success in the Eurovision Song Contest.
Now here in the MCC, the Mediterranean Conference Center, you are competing against 19 other artists with...
18 actually.
18?
Because I'm the one who took up the place for 2.
Ah, okay. So you have 2 songs in the running.
Yes.
It's Chameleon and also That's Why I Love You.
Yes.
Can you tell us how... It must be difficult for you to stage both songs and they're 2 babies of yours, so...
Well, not really, because I am an artist who is very active performing concerts that have more than one song. You have to perform a number of 24 songs, for example, on one night. And every single song has a story, which you tell. So, you tell that story and you tell it well. So with these 2 songs, that's what I'm doing. One of them is a ballad, a power ballad, which speaks about a kind of a crazy love. And the other one is Chameleon, which is a more up-tempo dance track, which talks about, adapting as a human being. We do that a lot in the world today, just being yourself, having hope, the contrast, between one thing and another, good and bad. So. It's just 2 different stories which I'm telling on one night, in 6 minutes.
Fantastic, fantastic. So good to see you back. Will those 2 songs be on your new album? You're working on the new album, obviously.
Yes. I can't make that decision right now as we speak, but I mean, it would be ideal to have them on the album. The album is again very varied, full of eclectic styles, and I'm still working on it. So there are a lot of things that can change. We have a huge number of tracks which have been laid down already, about 30 of them, if not more. So now it's just a matter of, then getting them all together and deciding which goes on the album, which doesn't. It's the normal process we go through all the time.
Do you have a name already for the album?
No, I do not have a name. I had a name in mind, but I'm not sure if that should still be the name. I guess it's one of those things, it's when you're in the creative process, you're always open to different ideas and to what comes at that moment where you say, that's the one.
Okay, so fantastic.
Ira, you said you'd got about 30 tracks that you've laid down. How are you going to choose which ones you're going to put on the album? That must be extremely difficult when you've put so much time and effort into doing all of them.
It is, however, at the same time, you know, when you kind of get a feeler of what's out there and you want to be current and relevant, and ultimately you decide which tracks go on the album because they are closer to your heart and you feel more honest when performing some of them, you know. So it is hard, but at the same time some things surface naturally, you know. You say, okay, this is the track, this one, that one.
The other thing, of course, with the new album is that you've probably then got to perform all the songs on stages, in concert tours or guest performances, guest appearances on TV. So actually how are you going to perform the song, I guess, comes into which ones you choose to put on the album as well, maybe.
Yes, of course, yes. I mean, I strongly believe that performance and visual go very strongly with the songs that you choose to be on your album. So yes, you have to have a very strong concept of what eventually you would like to present to your audience. So yes, it does affect what songs you choose.
And you've just released one track from the new album as a sort of pre-release. Tell us about that one.
Yes. I mean, it's completely different to anything I've done before. It's a drum and bass sound, and it's called Haunted by Love. It speaks about, you know, the passion and the drive and the blood, sweat and tears that goes with writing an album. So it is very, very personal to me.
Very close to your heart. Then,
yes. So that is, you know, how we chose that should be the first single. And obviously, yes, this starts the journey towards the album.
Yes. And how's that one been doing on the airplay charts here in Malta?
Well, it's done very well. Unfortunately, it couldn't be given, you know, the big spotlight because a few weeks after, news came out that I was participating in the Malta Eurovision Song Festival. So yeah, people loved that, but they were like, okay, I really like this song, but I really want to hear Ira Losco's 2 entries, you know. I really like that song. So they were like, it was a bit of a tug of war situation.
Yes. So, well, we look forward to hearing all these tracks on the album when you've chosen which ones you're going to put on it.
Well, I think you have to just wait and see, or wait and listen.
Any date yet? You have decided when it should be out?
No, we haven't decided which month it should be released, but it's obviously going to be a 2016 release. Most probably mid this year, past mid this year, something like that. I mean, it all depends, you know, how work is progressing, and it's already progressing very well. But I hate to give a date to it because then if, you know...
Puts you under pressure more.
Yes, it puts you more under pressure, and, you know, until everything is perfect and to my liking, then I won't release it.
Fantastic. Ira, it's a big pleasure to speak to you again, and
Same
we wish
here.
you all the best of luck for
Thank
the competition on Friday.
Thank you.
And it is Chameleon, and also That's Why I Love You.
Yes, and I'd like to also wish the other contestants a very big luck from my part, because there's a whole lot of good contenders this year. The level of the festival is very high. So I'm sure that the people watching at home are going to enjoy it.
Excellent.
Thank you for your support.
Thanks very much for
Thank
talking to us
you.
here. It's been a great pleasure, as always.
Thank you.
And the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.